Welcome to VMR Logics. This session will go for the topic articles. How many articles in English? There are three articles in English: a, and the. A, and the are three articles in English. Now, a and an are termed as indefinite articles, whereas the is called the definite article. Now, in is a negative prefix meaning not. So, if I say indefinite, that means not definite. A and an are termed as indefinite articles because we don't use a and an to refer to a specific person or a specific object. That's why they are termed as indefinite articles. That means a and an indefinite articles are taken as general. The is called the definite article because we use the to refer to a particular person or a particular object. That means the definite article is taken as specific. A and an are taken as general, the is taken as specific. Now, can a and an be used with singular countable nouns? Yes, a boy, a girl, an umbrella, an elephant, and all. Can a and an be used with plural countable nouns? No. A boys, a girls, a tables? No. Can a and an be used with uncountable nouns? A water, correct? Now, as you know, water is uncountable, glass of water is countable. Information is uncountable, piece of information is countable, like one piece of information, two pieces of information, etc. Sugar is uncountable, packet of sugar is countable. Milk is uncountable, glass of milk is countable. Now, a water, correct? No. An information, no. A tea, no. Tea is uncountable, a cup of tea is countable. So, a and an cannot be used with plural countable nouns or uncountable nouns. A and an are used with singular countable nouns. Can the be used with singular countable nouns? Yes, the boy, the book, the girl, the pen. Can the be used with plural countable nouns? Yes, the boys, the girls, the books. Can the be used with uncountable nouns? The water, correct? Yes, the information, the tea, the sugar, the milk. Now, the can be used. The can be used with singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns, and uncountable nouns. Whereas a and an are used with singular countable nouns. Got it? Now, when do we use an? When is an used? How many vowel letters in English? Now, it is not pronounced as vowel, it is pronounced as vowel. Now, T-O-W-E-L is not pronounced as towel. T-O-W-L is pronounced as tal. So, V-O-W-E-L is not pronounced as vowel, it is pronounced as vowel. Anyway, pronunciation doesn't matter at the time of our examination. You can pronounce whichever way you want. Now, an is not used in front of vowel letters. We have, how many vowel letters is that? A, E, I, O, U. An is not used in front of vowel letters. An is used in front of vowel sounds. There are 44 sounds in English. Now, every word is composed of many sounds. And in fact, the sounds determine the pronunciation of every word. All these come in phonetics actually. There's no need for us to focus on all these things. We need to focus only on what is required for examination because we are not going for the English language as a whole. In fact, we are focusing only on what is required for our examination. So, as I said, an is not used in front of vowel letters. An is used in front of vowel sounds. There are 44 sounds in English. Now, I have gone for some words here. My question is, like, we have to fill in these blanks with a or an, right? Dash umbrella, dash uniform, dash elephant, dash Italian, dash European, dash 11-hour program, dash honest man, dash hour, dash air, dash year, dash year, dash MLA, dash MP, dash MBA degree, MCA degree, LLB degree, BCom degree. Now, come to the first one. Dash umbrella, an umbrella, a umbrella. It is an umbrella. I'll tell you why. A uniform or an uniform? It is a uniform. An elephant or a elephant? It's an elephant. Dash Italian, an Italian or a Italian? It's an Italian. A European or an European? It is a European. Dash 11-hour program, an 11-hour program or a 11-hour program? Now, E-L-E-V-E-N is not pronounced as 11. It is pronounced as 11. Right? It's 11. So, an 11-hour program or a 11-hour program? It is an 11-hour program. Dash honest man, H-O-N-E-S-T. Is this word pronounced as honest? No. It is not pronounced as honest. H is silent here. It is just pronounced as honest. Right? An honest man or a honest man? It is an honest man. H-O-U-R, H is not pronounced, H is silent. Right? It is not pronounced as hour, it is just pronounced as a. It's just a. An a or a. It's an a. I'll tell you why. H-E-I-R, how do you pronounce this word? It is not hair. H is silent here. It is just pronounced as air. It is just air. Do you know the meaning of this word? The successor. Now, once a king dies, his son becomes a king. The successor is called heir. H is silent. It is not hair. It is just air. Y-E, okay. An heir or a heir? I say it is an heir. Y-E-A-R is pronounced as year. It's year. It's a year or an year. It's a year. E-A-R is pronounced as ear. Y-E-A-R is pronounced as year. E-A-R is pronounced as ear. It's a year and ear. I'll tell you the reason. It's a year and ear. M-L-A, an M-L-A or a M-L-A? I say it is an M-L-A, an MP, a MBA degree or an MBA degree? It is an MBA degree, a MCA degree or an MCA degree? I say it is an MCA degree, an LLB degree, a BCom degree. Right. Now, as I told you, an is not used in front of vowel letters, an is used in front of vowel sounds. Just keep this in mind. If a word begins with a sound A, O, A or E, we have to use an. If a word begins with a sound A, O, A or E, we have to use an. If a word begins with a sound Ya or U, we have to use A. This is the rule. If a word begins with a sound A, O, A or E, use an. If a word begins with a sound Ya or U, use A. Now, phonetic sessions are very funny actually, because we will not use those. We will not go for the right pronunciation usually while speaking. Right? We don't go for it while speaking. So phonetic sessions are very funny. We will not go phonetics in detail. We don't want that. I repeat, if a word begins with a sound A, O, A or E, use an. If a word begins with a sound Ya or U, use A. Come to the first word. Umbrella. Now, U is a vowel letter. Forget about it. This word is pronounced as umbrella. Umbrella, what's the first sound here? Umbrella, the first sound here is A, so it must be an umbrella. Dash uniform. U is a vowel letter. Forget. This word is pronounced as uniform. Uniform, what's the first sound here? U is the first sound here, so it must be a uniform. Dash elephant. Dash elephant. E is a vowel letter. Forget. This word is pronounced as elephant. Elephant, the first sound here is A, so it must be an elephant. It's an elephant. Dash Italian. I is a vowel letter. Forget. This word is pronounced as Italian. Italian, the first sound is E, so it must be an Italian. Dash European. E is a vowel letter. Forget. This word is pronounced as European. European, the first sound is U, so it must be a European. Come to the next one. Dash 11-hour program. Now here, I said this word is not pronounced as 11, it's pronounced as 11. 11, the first sound is E, so it must be an 11-hour program. Now, an 11-hour program or an 11 hours program, which is correct? We have gone for this one in detail. Program is a noun here because of the article an. If program is a noun, what must be the part of speech of 11-hour? Adjective. 11-hour becomes an adjective. An adjective cannot be used in the plural form. So, an 11 hours program is wrong. It must be an 11-hour program. Next one. H-O-N-E-S-T. I told you this word is not pronounced as honest. H is silent here. This word is pronounced as honest. Honest, the first sound is O. It's not honest, it's honest. The first sound is O. So it must be an honest man. European, the first sound is U. Come to next one. H-O-U-R. H is silent here. It is not pronounced as hour. It is just pronounced as R. H-O-U-R is just pronounced as R. R, the first sound is R. So it must be an R. As I said, H-E-I-R. H is not pronounced. This word is pronounced as air. Air. Air, the first sound is A. So it must be an air. Getting it? Y-E-A-R is pronounced as year. It's year. Year, what's the first sound? If the first sound is E, it must be an. I said it is a. Understand? Year, the first sound is not E, the first sound is ya. It's ya and then comes E. It's year, the first sound is ya, so it must be a year. E-A-R is pronounced as ear. Ear, the first sound is E. Right? Y-E-A-R is year, the first sound is ya. E-A-R is ear, the first sound is E. So it must be a year and ear. A year and ear. Come next one. Dash MLA. M is not a vowel letter. M is a consonant letter. Forget about it. This word is pronounced as M-L-A. M, first sound. M-L-A. M, the first sound is A. So it must be an MLA. MP, the first sound is A. So an MP. MBA degree. MBA, the first sound is A. So it must be an MBA degree. MCA, the first sound is A. So an MCA degree. Dash LLB degree. L is not a vowel letter. L is a consonant letter. Forget about it. This word is pronounced as LLB. L, the first sound is L. A, it must be an LLB degree. Dash BCom degree. Now BCom, the first sound is B. If you find any difficulty with any word, you go for a parallel word that you know. If I say boy, the first sound is B. Book, the first sound is B. Ball, the first sound is B. Bench, the first sound is B. Similarly, BCom, the first sound is B. A boy or an boy. An boy is wrong usage. It must be a boy, a book, a bench, a ball. Similarly, a BCom degree. A BCom degree, a BTech degree, a BBA degree, etc. So if a word begins with a sound R, O, A or E, use an. If it begins with a sound ya or u, use a. Got it? So as I told you, a and an are used with singular countable nouns. The can be used with singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. I have gone for a sentence here. Come to the first one. Now if I say, I have book. I have book, grammatically correct or wrong? Book is what part of speech? I say this sentence is grammatically wrong. Book is a noun, right? Countable, uncountable? Countable. Singular, plural? Singular. So book is a singular countable noun, right? The rule is this. Before a singular countable noun, there will be a, an or the depending on the usage. Before a singular countable noun, there will be a, an or the depending on the usage. As you know, a and an are used with singular countable nouns. The is used with singular countable nouns as well, because the can be used with singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So before a singular countable noun, there will be a, an or the depending on the usage. Now come to the first statement. I have dash book. So I have book is wrong. I have dash book. Book is a singular countable noun. So before it, there will be a, an or the. Anyway, we cannot say an book. Right. Now my question is, in this sentence, should it be I have a book, I have the book, or both are correct? Leave it there. I'll come back to it. Come to the next one. I bought dash book that my teacher had asked me to. Ask me to means ask me to buy. The word buy is understood here. I bought dash book that my teacher had asked me to. Book is a singular countable noun. So before it, there will be a, an or the depending on the usage. Fine. And book is anywhere wrong. In this case, it must be a book or the book. I say, I bought the book that my teacher had asked me to. In the first sentence, it must be I have a book. Now, come to the first statement. I have dash book. Book is a noun. In this sentence, in the first sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun book? No. There is no information given regarding the noun book in this sentence. When there is no information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun must be taken as general. I repeat, when there is no information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun must be taken as general. And general means it is a and an, right? Now in the first sentence, there is no information given regarding the noun book, so noun book must be taken as general. Anyway, and book is wrong, so it must be a book. I have a book is grammatically correct. Come to the second one. I bought dash book that my teacher had asked me to. Book is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun book? Yes. Book that my teacher had asked me to. So that my teacher had asked me to is the information given regarding the noun book. So in this case, the noun book must be taken as specific, and specific means it is the, right? So I bought the book that my teacher had asked me to. This is how to identify whether a noun in a sentence is general or specific. When there is no information given regarding a noun, that noun is taken as general. When there is some information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun must be taken as specific. So the second statement, we have some information given regarding the noun book, so it must be taken as specific. So I bought the book that my teacher had asked me to. Got it? Come to next statement. I have friends. Grammatically correct or wrong? I have friends. I say this sentence is grammatically wrong. Friends is a noun. Countable, uncountable? Countable. One friend, two friends, three friends. Singular, plural? Plural. Friends is a plural countable noun. I told you, before a singular countable noun, there will be a, an or the depending on the usage. Friends is a plural countable noun. Before a plural countable noun, there will be some, many, a few or the depending on the usage. Before a plural countable noun, there will be some, many, a few or the depending on the usage. The can be used with plural countable nouns as well. Friends is a plural countable noun. So before friends, there must be any of those. So I have some friends. Grammatically correct. I have many friends. Grammatically correct. I have a few friends. Grammatically correct. In this context, I have the friends, correct? No. Friends is a noun. Is there any detail given regarding the noun friends here? There's no information given regarding the noun friends in this sentence. So in this case, the noun friends cannot be taken as specific. So in this context, I have the friends is wrong. I have some friends, I have many friends, I have a few friends. All these are grammatically correct. I repeat, before a singular countable noun, there will be any of these. Before a plural countable noun, there will be some, many, a few, or the, depending on the usage. Now I have told you the difference between, we have all discussed it, little, a little, little, a little, few, a few. We have already gone for it while discussing adjectives. And if I say I have little knowledge, that means I have no knowledge. If I say I have a little knowledge, that means I have some knowledge. Similarly, if I say I have few friends, that means I have no friends. If I say I have a few friends, that means I have some friends. So little and few are negative, meaning nothing or negligible. A little and a few are positive, meaning some. Little and a little are used with uncountable nouns. Few and a few are used with countable nouns. Knowledge is uncountable. I should not say I have few knowledge or I have a few knowledge. Knowledge is uncountable, so it must be little or a little. I have little knowledge, grammatically correct, negatively charged. I have little knowledge means I have no knowledge. I have a little knowledge, positively charged. I have a little knowledge means I have some knowledge, positively charged. Books, countable. I have few books means I have no books, negatively charged, grammatically correct. I have a few books means I have some books, positively charged, grammatically correct. So little and few are negative, meaning nothing or negligible. A little and a few are positive, meaning some. Little and a little used with uncountable nouns. Few and a few used with countable nouns. I've already told you this one as well. Many is used with countable nouns. How many books, how many bags, how many students, etc. Many is used with countable nouns, whereas much is used with uncountable nouns. How much money? Money is uncountable. The term money is uncountable. Notes and coins are countable. The term time is uncountable. Years, hours, minutes and seconds are countable. So money is uncountable. How much money, how much time. Notes and coins are countable. So how many 10 rupee notes, how many 5 rupee coins, how many minutes, how many hours, how many seconds, etc. Many is used with countable nouns. Much is used with uncountable nouns. Right. So little, a little and much are used with uncountable nouns. Few, a few and many are used with countable nouns. Now some can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Some can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns because, as I said, a few is used with countable nouns, a little is used with uncountable nouns. A few and a little mean the same some. So some can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns in the sense like some boys, some girls, some vehicles, some students, some teachers, some children. Uncountable nouns, some water, some money, some time, some tea, some milk. So some can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Got it? The appears in front of a superlative degree adjective. Now these ST words or most words are termed as superlative degree adjectives. Now superlative means we're referring to a specific level. As we're referring to a specific level in front of a superlative degree adjective, it must be the definite article the. So the comes in front of a superlative degree adjective. Getting it? Now we have discussed the case of parajumbles and reading comprehension. Now in a sentence or a paragraph, the change always happens from general to specific. The change always happens from general to specific. That means it starts in a general way and moves on to specific. The change is always from general to specific. Now, come to this paragraph. Fill in with articles, right? And other. Dash beggar pleaded with me for alms. Pleaded me is a wrong usage. It must be pleaded with me. Dash beggar pleaded with me for alms. Alms means help. The help that we offer to a beggar, food, money, is termed as alms. There's nothing like alm, it is alms. He was dash poorest of dash beggars in my locality. I gave him dash 10 rupee note. My friends shouted at me for giving him dash only amount that was there in my wallet. So we need to fill the blanks with a and or the. Now the third blank. He was dash poorest of dash beggars in my locality. For this particular blank, the options are some, many, the. The third blank that says dash beggars in my locality. For this blank, the options are some, many, the. Now come to the paragraph. Dash beggar pleaded with me for alms. I told you a sentence or a paragraph starts in a general way and moves on to specific. So here the beggar is wrong. It must be general. The is specific, and an are general. Anyway, we cannot say an beggar. The first sound is b. So an beggar is a wrong usage. It must be a beggar. A beggar pleaded with me for alms. As of now, we are not talking about any specific beggar. He was dash poorest of dash beggars in my locality. Poorest is an ST word, a superlative degree adjective. Now, as we discussed, in front of a superlative degree adjective, it must be the. Now, superlative means we are referring to that specific level. Now, as we are referring to the specific level, in front of a superlative degree adjective, it must be the definite article the. So, he was the poorest of dash beggars in my locality. Now, beggars is a noun. I told you how to identify whether a noun in a sentence is general or specific. When there is no information given regarding a noun in a sentence, that noun is taken as general. When there is some information given regarding a noun, that noun is taken as specific. This is how to identify whether a noun in a sentence is general or specific. Beggars is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun beggars? Yes. Beggars in my locality. Beggars in my locality in the sense, in my locality is the information given regarding the noun beggars. So in this case, the noun beggars must be taken as specific. So it cannot be some beggars or many beggars. Specific means it must be the. So he was the poorest of the beggars in my locality. I gave him dash 10 rupee note. Now we are not talking about any specific 10 rupee note here. So it must be general. I gave him a 10 rupee note. My friends shouted at me for giving him dash only amount that was there in my wallet. My friends shouted at me for giving him dash only amount that was there in my wallet. Amount is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun amount? Yes. That was there in my wallet. Amount that was there in my wallet. So that was there in my wallet is the information given regarding the noun amount. So in this case, the noun amount must be taken as specific. So the only amount that was there in my wallet. One more reason, only amount. Only amount means it is very specific. So it must be the only amount that was there in my wallet. So be able to understand the meaning of a sentence. You can make some educated guesses about the articles that need to be used to fill in the blanks in the sentence. Right? Now we'll see whether the paragraph makes sense or not. A beggar pleaded with me for alms. He was the poorest of the beggars in my locality. I gave him a 10 rupee note. My friends shouted at me for giving him the only amount that was there in my wallet. The whole paragraph makes sense. Right? Now, a beggar pleaded with me for alms. Active voice or passive voice? A beggar did the action. A beggar did the action. Subject. Subject comes at the beginning in the active voice. A beggar pleaded with me means me. I received the action object. Now, pleaded is a verb, with is a preposition. As you know, a verb followed by a preposition is termed as a phrase. So, pleaded with is a phrase here, and we should not divide the words in a phrase. If the words in a phrase are divided, the meaning of a sentence gets completely changed. Right? So, a beggar pleaded with me for alms. This sentence is in the active voice, simple past tense. Now, when you convert a sentence from one voice to the other, from active to passive or from passive to active, the meaning, the tense and the category must remain the same. A beggar pleaded with me for alms, active voice, simple past tense. So, in the passive voice also it must be in the simple past tense. And simple past passive voice structure is was, so verb plus V3. A sentence in the passive voice begins with an object. The same idea in the passive voice becomes I was. With I it must be was. Word can be used with I only if a sentence is in the subjunctive mode, imaginary state, if case. Or else in all the other cases it must be was with I. I was pleaded with for alms by a beggar. Right? I was pleaded with for alms by a beggar. He was the poorest of the beggars in my locality. Poorest is a superlative degree adjective. We have gone for the topic adjectives in detail. When do we use a superlative degree adjective? A superlative degree adjective can be used when we refer to the highest level entity in a group. So only when we refer to the highest level entity in a group, we can go for a superlative degree adjective. He was the poorest of the beggars in my locality. What's the group here? The beggars in my locality is the group here. We are talking about the highest level entity, superlative degree adjective, grammatically correct. Now the same idea in the comparative degree form becomes he was poorer than any other beggar. Any other beggars is a wrong usage. He was poorer than any other beggar in my locality. The same idea, the only thing is expressed in two different forms. One is the superlative degree form, the other one is a comparative degree form. I gave him a 10 rupee note. A 10 rupee note or a 10 rupees note? We have already discussed it. Note is a noun because of the article a. So 10 rupee becomes an adjective. An adjective should not be used in the plural form. So a 10 rupees note is wrong. It must be a 10 rupee note. I gave him, the subject here is I, gave is V2, V1 and V2 will never come in the passive voice. Active voice, simple past tense. In the passive voice also it must be simple past. I gave him a 10 rupee note. In the passive voice becomes he was given a 10 rupee note by me. My friends shouted at me for giving him the only amount that was there in my wallet. My friends shouted at me. My friends did the actions. Subject. Shouted at me in the sense. Me. I received the action. Object. Shouted is a verb. At is a preposition. Shouted at becomes a phrase. And we should not divide the words in a phrase. Take up to here. My friends shouted at me. This idea in the passive voice becomes I was shouted at by my friends. I was shouted by my friends is wrong. I was shouted at by my friends for giving him the only amount that was there in my wallet. Getting it? Come to next one. His car hit against dash tree. Dash mark caused by dash hit is still there on dash tree. It is his car. His car hit against dash tree. Dash mark caused by dash hit is still there on dash tree. Now, I told you the change happens from general to specific. His car hit against dash tree. Now, as of now, we are not referring to any specific tree. As of now, so his car hit against a tree. Dash mark caused by dash hit. Leave the second blank. If you find any difficulty in finding an article to fill in a blank, just leave that blank and move on to the next one. From the next one, you may get a clue to fill the blank in the previous one, the previous sentence or the sentence before it, or the part before it. Dash mark caused by dash hit. Leave the second blank. Come to the third blank. Dash mark caused by dash hit. Now, as of now, right now, are we talking about any specific hit? Yes. Dash mark caused by dash hit. We're talking about a specific hit. His car hitting against a tree. We're talking about a specific hit now. So it must be the hit. Right? His car hitting against a tree. The specific hit. Now come to a second blank. Dash mark caused by the hit. Mark is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun mark? Yes. Yes, caused by the hit. Mark caused by the hit. So caused by the hit is the information given regarding the noun mark. So in this case, the noun mark must be taken as specific. So the mark caused by the hit. Now if you are talking about a specific mark, it must be caused by a specific hit. We cannot talk about a specific mark caused by any hit. Similarly, if you are talking about a specific hit, that specific hit must cause a specific mark. A specific hit cannot cause any mark, in fact. A specific hit must cause a specific mark. So the mark caused by the hit, only then the sentence makes sense. The mark caused by the hit is still there on dash tree. Right now, are you talking about any specific tree? Yes. The specific tree that his car hit against. Now we are referring to a specific tree, so it must be the tree. That's one reason. Then, if you're talking about a specific mark, that must be on a specific tree. We cannot talk about a specific mark that is there on any tree. Does not make sense. So the mark caused by the hit is still there on the tree. His car hit against a tree. The mark caused by the hit is still there on the tree. Come to the first statement. Now, his car hit against a tree. I say hit is a verb here. The action done by the car, right? By his car. Verb. Hit is V1, V2 and V3. It's hit, hit, hit. Nothing like hitted actually. It's hit, hit, hit. V1, V2 and V3. The same one, hit. Now my question is, in this sentence, the first sentence, his car hit against a tree. Hit is V1, V2 or V3. His car did the action. Subject, right? Is there anything like subject plus V3? No. There's no structure like subject plus V3. So hit cannot be V3 here. Is there anything like subject plus V1? Yeah, simple present. Anything like subject plus V2? Yes, simple past. So in this sentence, hit can be simple present or simple past, V1 or V2. My question now is, in this sentence, hit must be V1 or V2. I say, in this sentence, hit is in the V2 form. Because if it is V1, it must be hits. The subject here is his car, singular. If the subject is singular, the verb must also be singular, then it must be hits. So here it is not V1, it is V2. Subject plus V2 is simple past. His car did the action, subject. His car hit against a tree means a tree received the action, object. Now, hit is a verb, against is a preposition. Hit against becomes a phrase, and we should not divide the words in a phrase. So this idea is in the active voice, simple past tense. In the passive voice also it must be simple past tense. His car hit against a tree, in the passive voice becomes, a car was hit against by his car. A car was hit by his car is wrong. A tree was hit against by his car. A tree was hit by his car is wrong because the phrase should remain the same. So a tree was hit against by his car. The mark caused by the hit is still there on the tree. Now in this case, this hit is what part of speech? Noun or verb? I say in this case, in the second statement, the word hit is a noun. The simple reason I give is the is an article. After every article comes a noun. So the hit in the sense, the word hit becomes a noun. Got it? Now, come to this one. I will share with you dash. I'll share with you dash knowledge that I possess. The options are little, a little, the little. Now, as you know, little, a little and the little are used with uncountable nouns. Little means nothing, a little means some, the little is specific. A little is general because a is an indefinite article taken as general. The little is specific because the is a definite article taken as specific. I will share with you dash knowledge. The noun here is knowledge. Knowledge is an uncountable noun. We cannot count knowledge. Little, a little and the little are used with uncountable nouns. Fine. Every sentence must be grammatically correct and must make sense. Now if I say little knowledge means no knowledge. I will share with you little knowledge that I possess. Little knowledge means no knowledge. And if I don't have knowledge, can I share with you? No. Only if I have knowledge, I can share with you. So little knowledge does not make any sense here. Eliminate it. Now, we are left with a little, the little. I repeat, a little is general, the little is specific. I will share with you, I will share, I shall share, both are fine. I will share with you dash knowledge that I possess. Knowledge is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun knowledge? Yes. Knowledge that I possess. So that I possess is the information given regarding the noun knowledge. So in this case, the noun knowledge must be taken as specific. Based on that, a little is eliminated. The answer must be the little. I will share with you the little knowledge that I possess. Now the whole statement is grammatically correct. It makes sense. The next one. Dash years I spent in Bangalore were happy. Dash years I spent in Bangalore were happy. The word years is a noun and it's a countable noun. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years noun. Countable noun. Few, a few and the few are used with countable nouns, right? Few means no, negative. A few means some. The few is specific. A few is general because of the article a. The few is specific because of the article the. Now, dash years I spent in Bangalore. The word years is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun years? Yes. What is that? I spent in Bangalore. Years I spent in Bangalore. So I spent in Bangalore is information given regarding the noun years. So in this case, the noun years must be taken as specific. And specific means it must be the few years. The few years I spent in Bangalore were happy. We got the answer. Now, few years means no years. If I don't spend years in Bangalore, can I say those years were happy? No. Only if I spent years in Bangalore, I can say those years were happy. It does not make sense. As we have some information given regarding the noun years, a few is also eliminated. The answer must be the few. So, the few years I spent in Bangalore were happy. The meaning of this statement is happy years. The years were happy, happy years. The word years is a noun, happy becomes an adjective. Happy days, happy years and all. Come to next one. There are 7 days in dash week. The next statement. He died dash week that I had met him. Come to the first sentence. There are 7 days in dash week. The word week is a noun. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun week? No. There is no information given regarding the noun week in this sentence. So, noun week cannot be taken as specific. So, there are 7 days in a week. And week is anyway wrong. It must be a week. One reason. One more reason. This is a very general statement. Because all weeks have equal number of days. All weeks have equal number of days. So, this is a very general statement. There are 7 days in a week. Come to next one. Understand the meaning of it. He died dash week that I had met him. Week is a noun. He died dash week that I had met him. In this sentence, is there any detail given regarding the noun week? Yes. What is that? That I had met him. Week that I had met him. So that I had met him is information given regarding the noun week. So in this case, a noun week must be taken as specific, and specific means it must be the. So he died the week that I had met him. Clear? So everything depends on your understanding of the sentence. And every sentence must make sense. Come to these two sentences. How many players are there in dash cricket team? Question mark, interrogative. The second one, how many players are there in dash Indian cricket team? Question mark. Come to the first one. How many players are there in dash cricket team? In this sentence, are we referring to any specific cricket team? No. We are not referring to any specific cricket team here. So it cannot be specific. It must be general. How many players are there in a cricket team? One more reason. This is also a very general statement because all cricket teams have equal number of players. All cricket teams have equal number of players. Specific state. It's a very general statement. So how many players are there in a cricket team? Come to the second one. How many players are there in dash Indian cricket team? In this case, are we referring to any specific cricket team? Yes. Indian cricket team in a sense, we're referring to a specific cricket team. So how many players are there in the Indian cricket? How many players? I told you, the word many is used with countable nouns, whereas the word much is used with uncountable nouns. The noun here is players, countable. So how many is a correct usage? If I say, now should I say, I am an Indian or I am the Indian? I am the Indian is a wrong usage. It must be I am an Indian. I am an Indian, I am a Indian. Indian, the first sound is I, forget about it. In, the first letter is I, forget. The first sound is E. Indian, the first sound here is E. And if a word begins with a sound R, O, E, R, O, A or E, it must be an. So I am an Indian. Now understand the meaning. I am an Indian. From this sentence, are there other Indians? We know that other Indians are there, but I'm asking you from this particular sentence. I am an Indian. From this sentence, are there other Indians? Yes. Only if other Indians are there, I say I am an Indian. If I say I am the only Indian, that means no other Indians are there. Right? I am an Indian means other Indians are there. Come to the second statement. Instead of the, if I use an, how many players are there in an Indian cricket team? What does it mean? How many players are there in an Indian cricket team means there are other Indian cricket teams. How many Indian cricket teams are there? There's only one Indian cricket team, very specific. So how many players are there in the Indian cricket team? And we're referring to a specific cricket team here, Indian cricket team. So it must be the. The next one. Come to these two. Dash TV anchor Arnab has criticized us. Dash TV anchor has criticized us. Come to the first one. Dash TV anchor Arnab has criticized us. Now in this sentence, are we referring to any specific TV anchor? Yes. Who is that? Arnab. The name is mentioned here. And if the name is mentioned, it can never be general. It must be specific. So in this sentence, we're referring to a specific TV anchor. The name is mentioned. So it must be the TV anchor Arnab has criticized us. Come to the second one. Dash TV anchor has criticized us. In this case, are we referring to any specific TV anchor? No. The name is not mentioned. There are many TV anchors. We are not referring to any specific TV anchor here. So it cannot be specific. It must be general. And TV anchor is wrong. It must be a television. So a TV anchor has criticized us. So the TV anchor Arnab has criticized us. A TV anchor has criticized us. The next one. I have won dash second prize. In this sentence, are we referring to any specific prize? Yes, second prize. There's only one second prize. Very specific. The first prize, specific. The second prize, specific. The third prize, specific. The first prize, the first book, the second book, the third book, the first chapter, the second chapter, the fourth chapter, etc. Second prize in sense is a very specific one. The first prize, the second prize. So I have won the second prize. The third prize, the same thing.